Bro, I swear, man, I'm telling you, all of life is a paradox. I started making more money when I stopped working. It's so funny. But hold on, like I actually mean like this whole statement that I'm making. So look at this. There's this hadith right here that says, "Oh son of Adam." So it's not just to Muslims, it's to everybody. You are a son of Adam. Every human is a son of Adam. Use your free time to worship me, and I will fill your heart with riches and alleviate your poverty. Otherwise, I will fill your life with troubles and never relieve your poverty. Now, it's so funny because if you look at the Arabic, it says doesn't say troubles, it says shughlan, which just basically means more work. How many people do you know in your life right now that are always working, always doing things, have 18-hour shifts every single day, two jobs, even three, but no matter how much more they work, they still don't make enough money. No matter how much hours they give, they still don't even have any money. How many people do you know are like that? And it's because of this. Now, the funniest thing, bro, the funniest thing is that when it says, "Oh, son of Adam, use your free time to worship," it doesn't just say use your free time. It just says, like, whenever you're empty. So, right now, if I finish this video, I'm just sitting down, I'm empty. But am I using this emptiness to worship Allah? Most people, when they hear that, they're just going to be like, well, no, I can't just go and pray every single day. I can't just, or every single moment. I can't just fast every. That's not worship. Worship is not just fasting, praying, giving zakat, and all that stuff. That's not only the things that you do to worship. Let me actually teach you like the true definition of worship, because most people have such a wrong definition of this. So the very first thing is that I was just going around looking at looking at the Arabic language, right? So metamorphosis, or the seven stages of love, by this person right here. So there's seven stages of love. There's attraction, attachment, love, trust, and then worship. Have you ever like loved someone so much to the point that you're just like you've gotten into a state of worshiping them? No, this shouldn't happen to a human. But this right here is the entire purpose of your existence on Earth. And so, what's the proof behind that? Well, right here, I did not create jinn and humans except to worship me. This is literally coming from the Quran. But again, it doesn't just mean pray every single moment of the day or fast every single day. That's not all it means. It means every single moment. Are you in a state of love towards Allah? Habibi, love is all there is. This is the funniest part. You look at all these teachings from the saints of Islam, all of them they talk about how love is the thing that's like connecting this entire world, that's keeping this entire world like running every single moment. And this love is coming from Allah Himself. So are you in every moment living like the only thing that's in your mind is just Allah? So why is it, think about this, why is it that everybody, when they look at a baby, they always love a baby. They always like a baby. No one hates a baby. It's because a baby, when they're living their life, they're not living in a state of worry. They're not living anxious. They're not overthinking. All they're doing is just their being. And this state of being is the state of love. This is the state of worship. And that's what you need to be doing. So when you're just sitting down, like free time or whatever, when you have nothing to do, like are you sitting down only thinking of Allah that moment? Can you even spend 5 minutes having the only thing in your mind, just concentrating, only thing in your mind is just Allah, it's just the creator? Can you do that? And by the way, you don't even have to be like a Muslim by name, by identity to do this. Even if you were a Christian right now, even if you were a Jews, whatever, like even if you were anything, can you sit down right now and just think of the creator? Put all your awareness on the creator, that knowing that there's a creator right now that has his eye on me. There's literally an eye on this eye that I have, like this eye. Like this is what you would call the eye of the eye. And it's so funny, bro. Like the anytime I'm thinking like there's always like an eye on me. Whenever I'm thinking like that, that's when, bro, my moments they start transforming automatically without me doing anything. It's like if you want ideas, ideas start coming to you. If you're like angry at someone and you're in the state where you're being aware of the eye of the eye, when you're being aware of that, the anger automatically fades away. If you're sitting in like a depressed mood and you think of this, or you put your awareness in this, automatically starts going away. And then why is that, bro? Why is that? The only reason why this is happening is just because of attention. Attention. Think about this. If you have a wife or a spouse right now, when do you feel most loved by the spouse? When they have your attention. Like if someone's not giving you attention, then you don't feel their love. But the moment they start putting their attention on you, that's when you start feeling this love. So this is all it is. If are you always putting your attention on this eye of the eye? on this creator. This is just, by the way, it's just a fancy way of saying Allah is watching you. Allah is watching you every moment. This is what taqwa is. Taqwa is living your whole life like Allah is watching you. And what did we say about taqwa? Well, there's a whole ayah in the Quran that says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever fears Allah. So again, I don't like when they say fears, because it's not literally fear. It's just, are you always putting your attention on Allah, that Allah is watching you right now? So think of it. Whoever is always putting their attention on Allah, He will make a way out for him, and then will provide him from where he does not even expect. So you'll be getting money, you'll be getting like whatever wealth, sustenance from where you don't even expect. Like, this is so beautiful. This is why I'm saying I stopped working when I started realizing this. I started making more money when I stopped working because I realized this. This is also you have to be doing as well. Like, your mind, Habibi, is always overthinking, always getting into a state of like struggle, thinking that you have to go through so much hardships to achieve what you want. But when you're always overthinking, you're basically putting all your attention on this thing, this state that we call overthinking. So in that moment, are you really having your attention on the eye of the eye? Are you really having your attention on Allah? You're not. You're actually not. And so when you keep doing that, that's when you have to be working so much more and get nothing. But then when you put your attention back on Allah, that's when you're literally like, I don't even want to say you're just sitting down and money comes to you. But honestly, bro, that's all it is. Because what's happening is that being when you're putting your attention, being aware of the creator, then what's gonna happen is that as you're sitting down, somehow out of nowhere, a beautiful idea is gonna come into your mind, and then automatically you will just go and act upon this idea. And it just so happens that this idea was the greatest thing for you to do to attract all the money that you want. So work is involved. Obviously, work is involved, but it's so effortless because you're just sitting down and it's like idea spawn into your mind, and that's the best idea that you could do in that moment to achieve whatever goal you want. This is what it means to worship Allah. This is what it means to anything that you do. It's like you're doing it because you're worshiping. It's like everything in life becomes worship. But when we're saying worship, we're not saying you're putting your head down and that's it. This is so beautiful to the point that even when you actually go and you pray and you're putting your head down, even that becomes like you're doing it from a state of love. You're doing it like you're so in love. So that's when even you will notice like your salah is going to start becoming so much more beautiful. Everything that you do becomes so much more beautiful. The way you talk to people is going to feel beautiful. People will become attracted to you because they can see you're beautiful. And the only reason why that's happening is because you're putting your attention on the most beautiful. Like, this is so beautiful, bro. And then think of this, bro. So if I told you right now that your attention is the most valuable thing there is, and so wherever you put your attention, you're basically creating life. Wherever you put your attention, you're creating life. So if you're putting your attention on like your poverty, or your anger, or your jealousy, and all that stuff, if you're putting your attention on that, you're creating more of that. So you'll basically be getting you're going to be receiving a life that's like that. But then when you put your attention on beautiful things, like Allah, the Creator, that's when it's like whatever you want, just put your attention on Allah, and Allah Himself is gonna say kun fayakun, be, and it becomes. Now the thing is, bro, is that most of us we put all of our attention on the most dumbest things, the dumbest things. So why do you think like scrolling is so addicting? Like the elites or whoever they are, they want you to be scrolling all the time because when you're scrolling all the time, you're frying your attention. You're taking this beautiful power that we have, which is attention, and you're putting it on like a thing after a thing after a thing. And the more you keep doing that, the more you're just lost to the point that you, in that moment, are actually worshiping something else. You realize what I mean? Like in that moment, you're worshiping something else. Again, like what's worship, bro? What's worship? It's a state of love, attention. So if you're putting this beautiful power that we have on something other than Allah, that's when you'll be getting this horrible life that everybody is living right now, like the rat mentality, the rat race, all these the stupid things that everybody's living right now. So some of you guys are going to be coming up to me and telling me like, wait, so do I have to always keep my attention throughout the whole day on Allah? And I'm going to say yes, literally yes. Now if you can't do that, at least do it 51% of your day, 50.5% of your day. And then when you do that, you'll notice a big difference. Because think about it. If every day, every moment, all your attention is just on Allah, how much more beautiful your life is going to become. I told you this is the whole purpose of life. Now, what's so beautiful is that if every moment you're just putting your attention on Allah, that's when you'll notice that Allah is going to start using you for your own unique purpose. So that's why you'll see people who are going to be creating like things that are so innovative, and some people are going to be like just doing things that are like such world changing things, but you won't be able to achieve such things if you don't put your attention on the eye of the eye. And this is also exactly why like there's a lot of people nowadays who are just drifting through life. That's all they're doing, just drifting through life. And understand that shaitan, the devil, wants you to be drifting through life. Because when you're just drifting through life, then you're putting your attention on literally nothing that's useful. And then the more you do that, the more you can't even actualize your true purpose in life. And then the more that you're not in a state of worship towards the creator that created your life. Like, this is the thing. I started making more money when all I'm thinking of is just Allah. That's it. Like, Allah is watching me right now. Allah is watching me this moment as I'm speaking to you. And this moment too. Every moment. Every moment Allah is just watching me, never stopping. I'm sleeping and Allah is watching me. Even if I go unconscious like I faint, Allah is still watching me. I was a baby and Allah was still watching me, the same eye. I'll get older and the same eye is still watching me. It's like, where did this eye come from? This eye didn't come from anywhere. It was always there and it's never going to end. And this eye does not have like an identity, does not have a gender, does not have like duality. This eye does not have this or this, it's just straight. That's all it is. This eye is not even like bent, it's just straight. That's all it is. A never changing eye. And this is so beautiful. It's like you're becoming aware of the thing that does not change. Does not change. And this thing that does not change is always watching you going through change. It's actually crazy, bro. It's crazy. But it all starts, and what's so funny also is that this eye is so close to you that you're always missing it. I'm telling you, all of it is just a paradox. And that's why in the Quran it says like Allah is closer to you than your jugular vein. So close to you to the point that you're not even realizing it. But then when you start realizing, you'll start laughing. You'll literally die out of laughter because you're like, this was here all along. The entire time this was here. And I've just never been aware of it. It's actually so funny. But this is the thing. And this I feel like I think that book, The Greatest Secret by the Rhonda Byrne girl, she was talking about this. It's like the moment you just realize this, you'll just start dying out of laughter because you're like, wait a minute, this is literally the greatest secret there is. The greatest secret is just in front of our eyes the whole time. Eyes. So I started making more money when I stopped working because now all I'm being aware of is just Allah. I have my goal, I have my intention, I know what I want to do. But I have it here, but as soon as I'm aware of Allah, Allah Himself is going to start putting inspiration through me. And then once I act upon this inspiration with my mind turned off, once I act upon this inspiration, somehow it's the greatest thing there like I could have done throughout the whole day. The greatest thing. So even if I woke up at like I slept late and I would wake up at 3 p.m. so late, those successful people would look at this and they would be like, this guy's never gonna be successful. The moment I'm like just being aware that Allah is watching me right now, it's like that's it. I fixed the whole day. Whatever I wanted that day, somehow is gonna come to me, and then I'll do it, and that's it. Like you understand, it's like all these success principles that people give you. Wake up at 5, take a cold shower, go meditate, go work, and all that stuff. All of this stuff doesn't exist, bro. When you're just aware of Allah, that Allah is watching you in every single moment, when you just put your attention on that, it's like you carve out your own path. You literally carve out your own path. Whatever money you want, it'll come to you like through your own path. Understand that everybody became successful in a whole different way. No one was successful the same exact way. And this is the beauty. But thing is that it all starts when you're being aware that there is an eye on your eye. So beautiful, bro. So I'm hoping this was helpful. Wherever you put this attention, man, like you're creating life. So then if you always putting this attention on Allah, do you even need to work anymore? And that's why I made this whole course, the effortless risk course. You could literally watch this whole video right now, act upon this video, and you'll notice it's like this is all you need, man. Literally all you need. All you need. But I made this beautiful course. Beautiful, bro. Like I'm actually in love with this course. You'll go through this course, and then you'll notice it's like all of life is actually easy. That's why I called it effortless risk. It's like whatever things you do, risk, your sustenance, your wealth is going to start coming to you effortlessly. It was never supposed to be hard. It was never supposed to be done with sacrifices and long hours and all that stuff. Never. Because again, what's the purpose, bro? The purpose is just ibadah. It's just worship. But this worship, it comes not from like always praying, always fasting. That's not all it is. This worship is coming from your attention. Are you living every moment only being attentive and aware of Allah, and that's it? Because once you do that, this hadith becomes true. This hadith becomes true. I will fill your heart with riches and alleviate your poverty. It was always supposed to be effortless, always. So I'm hoping this was helpful, and I'm hoping this course, if you go through it, would also be helpful for you, inshallah.